little workshop right now. Okay. What do you guys notice different about me? Well, of course, I have absolutely no makeup on. That's not different. I'll come on and you'll have no idea that I have my pajamas on, but I have my pajamas on. I should be live in Facebook and LinkedIn. And you know what? I'm not even going to go check because every time I do, I get all weirded out. So if you are live, if you're scrolling in Facebook or LinkedIn, you should be able to see me. And I'd love for you to come in and hang out with me for about 10 minutes. I'm going to teach a little workshop on why high achievers hire coaches too. Why do high achievers hire coaches? Why would we need a coach? We're high achievers. We can do it all. Right? But what do you see that's different about me? If you guys know me, you see something different. I love glasses, right? But I've had the same pair of glasses on for like the last, I don't know, 2 years because I get so many compliments on these glasses, right? I love these glasses. See these glasses? Yeah. I wear these all the time. That's what's different. But over the weekend, my sister said, "Oh, my sister said you should put on these glasses because they match your pretty dress that I wore to renew my vows and have this wedding ceremony with my husband of 10 years. Isn't that sweet? So we're not talking about that though right now. We're going to talk about why okay, I want to talk about three things. One, I want to talk about high achievers, period. And then I want to talk about the definition of coaching and why high achievers are still hiring coaches. And then third, I want to talk a little bit about what is the output? What's the output that you get? Hi, someone's here. Come in, say hi. And if you have to roll, you got to roll. So I'm going to talk about high achievers, why we style hire coaches, what the definition of coaching is, and what the output is. Like, where do you start when it comes to like getting this coach, and then what's the point? So, um, high achievers are hiring coaches because as a coach, the role as a coach is to always be 10 steps ahead of of the person you're working with. So if you're hiring a coach and they're not 10 steps ahead of you, then maybe you've hired the wrong coach. But that's our role. Our role is to really challenge you, hold you accountable, but also to actually guide you and be able to see this mosaic puzzle of what the outcome's going to be. So one of the things that you hear all the time with high achievers is I can do it all. So why am I still hiring a coach? I am a high achiever. You will never coach the high achiever out of me. But most high achievers end up in some sort of state of burnout or hospitals, or they land in this moment of clarity where they're like, I am not doing this anymore. I have gotten all the degrees. I've gotten it all, but I'm not doing it anymore. So they end up in burnout. And that's actually the time usually that they hire the coach, right? So if you are pivoting your business, if you're starting your business, if you're scaling your business, and you've been doing it all on your own for a long time, usually after the big oh my gosh, that's when you hire someone to say, okay, finally, I'm going to walk shoulder to shoulder with someone because I cannot do it all on my own. I'm still going to be a high achiever, but there's three things that I know I'll never be able to see. And I need a mentor, an advisor, a coach to really challenge me so I can get there without burning out again. I cannot see I cannot see the blind spots. That's why they're called blind spots. And your coach can see the blind spot. That's so huge. It's so huge. It's so valuable. It's why I was so successful out of the gate when I started my business 5 years ago, is because even though I was high achieving, even though I had the roadmap, I had the curriculum, what to prioritize to start and scale a business, I had that, right? I teach that, right? I had that, but I still needed the coach because I couldn't see my own blind spots as this high achiever. So the coach sees the blind spot. The other thing the coach really does, besides the blind spot, is sees the block. The block is different than the blind spot. The block is truly the resistance. This is what's happening. There's resistance happening. And we cannot figure out that block on our own. So if we're in our business and we are this is a good example. A great example of this block is we are in our business and we have the best, most brilliant program that we are putting together and that we're getting ready to put out into the world. I have no idea what's going on with my hair right here, but whatever. Um, we have this great program and we're getting ready to put it out into the world. And we've talked to lots of people and here's what I hear all the time. Oh my gosh, Dora, this program is going to be so good and amazing and everyone is going to need it. I hear it every day all the time. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that's great to hear. I'm so excited for you." But guess what? You're the only one that thinks that way. You're the only one that knows that it's the best thing since sliced bread and that everybody's going to need it. So, how are you going to get people to buy this thing that's so amazing and that everybody's going to need? And then I hear crickets or I hear, "Well, Dora, I'm just gonna get it out there. As soon as it gets out there, everybody's gonna see it and they're gonna like, boo, my gosh, gotta have this." And that is not the case. So hence why business coach says, I can see 10 steps ahead of you. I know all of this, the deliverables that you bring, the price tag that you bring, all of this is amazing. I love it. But around the corner is crickets. So the block actually is you are so passionate about this thing and you've been taking your time and you've been building it and you've been nurturing it and you've been spending all your time on it, right? And then you tell all your friends about how amazing it is, and then you put it out there and there's crickets. So when you have business coach, we are preparing along the way to activate a market. So you can not only just put it out there, but you have a clear roadmap of, I know these blocks are going to happen. I know that I'm really excited and I'm putting this out here, but I need to identify things before I actually put it out there. What's my business model? Who's my audience? How am I going to attract people? Am I B2C? Am I B2B? What should be my weekly plan? Do I have a lead gen tracker? Do I have all these things are so important. And what we end up doing is like, oh, we'll put together the website, we'll put together the program. We spend all this time internalizing and we don't have output that matches our passion. So, hence the reason why you also have a business coach, that output. So, you're not sure what that output should actually be. Your output is just let me get it out there. Mm. So, I would love for you if you have a new program that you have coming up, if you have something that you're doing and you're not quite ready for full-blown Dora business coaching, I would love for you to take advantage of two things. One, pick up the book, pick up the Heart Cell and read what's in the Heart Cell. It gives you those, ready? Overcoming the blind spots, overcoming the blocks, and that simple roadmap so you can start actually seeing revenue once you put your program out there. And then beyond the book itself, the Heart Cell course is a great starting point where we actually go through this. How do we do this? What's this roadmap look like? What's this audience look like? What's the difference between sales and marketing? What's this lead pipeline that you keep talking about? And why do I need it? And what do I do with it? There's it's there for you. Now you don't get direct accountability, right? but it's a good starting place for you. All right, so pick it up. I'm gonna go and enjoy this beautiful spring day here in Cleveland, Ohio. Thanks for joining. Watch the replay. Tell me if you agree in all of your questions, and I'll see y'all soon.